morning. It is another day in my life, and it is Wednesday. No, it's not Wednesday. Thursday. So I'm obviously ready for work, and we're gonna head to work now. I am not stopping at Starbucks today, but maybe tomorrow. Okay, so I've been in my classroom for about an hour now. Have not gotten a lot of things done, but let me show you what I've done to kind of organize my classroom a little more. So I have this little bench that my uncle built me my first year of teaching, and I do keep some stuff in it. I brought this into my classroom over Christmas break because it was in my garage last year. So in order to hide the clutter a little bit, I bought these curtain rods. Should have bought a tension rod instead. Maybe I still will because there's a lot of room in between. Didn't really think it through too much, but the hope is just to cover the clutter. And we're not allowed to use fabric in our classroom. At least I don't think we are, because it's flammable. So instead we can use plastic, and I've had this tablecloth from Target for about a year now. This is the same tablecloth that I used in my first classroom in my first year teaching on the bulletin boards, and I had it last year as well. And then I also bought these bins at Walmart, these shoe bins. I don't know what I'm going to keep in them yet, but I'll just put them in here so I know that I have room to store. I have a ton of leftover snacks from our popcorn bar. I purchased way more than I needed, so been giving them out for snack during recess. I'm going to continue to do that until they're gone, and hopefully this can be a usable bench again. Good morning, welcome to today's vlog. Like I mentioned a few videos back, I want to have a theme to my videos, and this week's theme is all about planning for a substitute for longer than one day. So today is Monday. I'm actually leaving for a trip on Wednesday night, so I'll be gone for an hour on Wednesday, like the last hour of school, and then I'll be gone on Thursday, be gone on Friday, we'll be gone on Monday, Tuesday, and then Wednesday. So that's like technically 5 days in an hour. I'm sure I'm not the only one who is stressed by sub plans, especially for those that are longer than a day. So I'm going to show you how I'm sub planning and how I'm organizing all the materials and stuff like that. All right, so I am home now. I didn't stay after school too long because I just couldn't. Sometimes I just can't stay, you know, like things are happening in my classroom up until like 3:30. So sometimes I don't want to stick around for an hour. So I told myself, you know what, hey, why don't you just plan at home? And that has not happened yet. I downloaded TikTok about a week ago as a joke because Alex was busy here at the office trying to figure out our trip and the logistics of it, and I was just kind of sitting around waiting for him to kind of give me options. I don't know. So I'm like, you know what, like I already scrolled through my Instagram, I already scrolled through YouTube, I already scrolled through Facebook. What else can I scroll through? And then I remembered TikTok. I didn't really understand what TikTok was, so I downloaded it and went down a rabbit hole, and I have been going down the rabbit hole every day since. So you know how in my last vlog where it's like a real day in my life, I showed you how I sit in my car for like 15 minutes and kind of decompress? Well, yeah, that was an hour today because I was just on TikTok. Anyway, I have my like sub plan binder. In case anyone is wondering, my earrings are from Target. I know I'm probably gonna get questions about it, so yeah, they're from Target. They're not the most comfortable because they're kind of really heavy, but they're cute. Anyway, so here is what I leave my sub. So when I have a substitute teacher, I leave behind this. This is everything anyone should know about taking over my classroom. Every sub I've had has complimented me on this. I've gone through different versions of this, but this has been definitely the best one that I've had over the years. And I also put this together with a sub tub to just kind of keep my copies all together, because usually I would just leave them on like my horseshoe table labeled with like an expo marker, which looks really cute, but it's not the most convenient or effective, because if things get bumped around, then they day just throw everything off. And if you're like me, trying to prep for like a long period of time, maybe even maternity leave, then I highly suggest having a tub so you can have all your copies like condensed and like in one spot. I'm actually working on this for TPT. I know I've sent it to Latanya from Smarty Style. She had asked me because she had seen it on Instagram, I think, or on a YouTube video, so I sent it to her. And also I've shared it with a few coworkers, so they like it, I like it. I'm just trying to finalize a few things before I upload it and make it editable and it looks user-friendly. So this is what it looks like. The cover on the one I'm putting on TPT is different, but I'm also working on adding different covers because I don't know, I just like landscape pictures for some reason. So it just says Misandala Subplants. I laminated it and then I hole punched it using this hole puncher from the Happy Planner. Literally a lifesaver. I love having this. These rings I bought on Amazon. They're also from Happy Planner and there's different sizes. At first I didn't really pay attention to the sizes, and I had bought some that were like this big and they were way too big for what I actually have in here. So I bought the mini ones and that works a lot better. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different tabs. The first one is just a class list in case of an emergency, things you should know, our schedules, behavior management, and lesson plans. Just a heads up, I'm going to blur out a lot of these things because a lot of these things are identifiable information that I don't want to just put out there. So first I have a class list. So I just have all my students in alphabetical order. I usually have 2 of these. Right now I only have 1 class list, but I like to have more than 1 class list just in case a sub can't get into our attendance system. That way they can just rip one out and send it to the office with who's here and who's not. I also need to update it because I've lost 1 student and gained another student since last time I used this. For in case of an emergency, I just have what to do during a fire drill, what to do during a lockdown. I have an extra nurse pass. I have what to do in case someone feels sick, what to do if someone needs a band-aid and where to find them. I also have a fire exit map, and then I also have, I'm sure all of you use this, like a laminated green paper and red paper. So during fire drills, we'll go to our designated areas, and if we were all here, you hold this paper up, and if you're missing a student, then you hold this paper up. So that's why I have that in there. The goal is that in case there's a fire drill, they just take the whole thing with them. In the next section, which is things you should know, I have a seating chart. Even though we have name tags on the tables, I think it's still nice to have a seating chart to refer to, and it's color coded according to my tables. I also have a carpet seating spot, and it is also color coded according to the Velcro dots on my carpet. I also have lineup spots. Yes, I have lineup spots, and they literally are amazing. I've had lineup spots since last year, and I've never had any issues in line. So lineup spots, highly recommend. And then I also have just signs in our classroom. So this means restroom, this means water. And then like I just briefly explained our electronic doorbell. Then I also have my students' login information for different apps that we use on our tablets. And that is it for that tab. The next tab is our schedule. And I just have our daily schedules for every single day. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and you get it. The next tab is behavior management, and pretty self-explanatory. I just described my behavior management system, and if you're curious on what my behavior management system is, I do have a video on it, so I'll link it down below. That brings us to the next tab, which is lesson plans. I like to include lots of screenshots and visuals so it's easier for the sub. So I just have it broken down by time and activity. And then on the side, as you can see, it's color coded. So this is Thursday, so that was the first day for that. So yeah, that way the sub knows where to stop and where the next day begins. Again, especially if you're gonna be out for more than 1 day. This is another example page where I include more screenshots because I do use lots of Google Slides throughout the day. Yeah, like a lot. This day we were doing a craft, so I included a picture of what the craft should look like. when it's completed. And then at the end, I have just a section for the sub to tell me how they did on that day. And that's pretty much it for this. Tomorrow, when I go to school and I'm making my copies, I will show you what I have for my sub tub and how I organize it. Another thing that I do is, like I mentioned, I use a lot of Google Slides. So I make it to where that slide automatically opens up when you open up a browser, even if you exit out from it. So it's like a home page. That way, again, if my computer resets or anything like that, it's already pulled up. But I also send the slides to both my team teachers, just in case. Also, my aide knows how to access them as well. So yeah, lesson planning for a substitute is very, very time consuming, but if you save your template and like how it usually doesn't take very long. All right, I'm gonna go and say hi to Alex, and I'll talk to you guys later. Alright, so I am still working on filling out my sub tub, but let me kind of show you what I have right now. I decided to add an extra folder for read alouds. So this is what it looks like. Yesterday I talked about my like lesson plan journal, notebook, binder, whatever it's called, and then that's actually going to go in here. So I just have one of these bins that I got from Walmart, and they have filing and have hanging folders in there. So my lesson plans will go in here. Then I just have a hanging folder for each day, and then each day has a folder for each like core subject area. So for example, I have one for Monday. It's kind of hard to get with one hand. And then I have Monday phonics, Monday math, science and social studies, and then I'll also have a read aloud. And I'll probably also make an art one for Thursday, because that's usually when we have art. So Monday, Tuesday. Oh, I need to staple this better. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And then I have one hanging folder for completed work, one for extra plans. That's supposed to say extra work, but I'm just gonna leave it like that for now. And then another one for emergency plans that I'll have there, just in case like I get sick one morning and I really can't come to work. They can just pull whatever they need from here. So that's what I have. I thought I had more of these folders here, but I have them at home, so I'm gonna have to do that at home. We're also out of paper, so can't really do a lot of copying. I still need to copy my homework for next week, some extra work just in case, a craft for next week, and yeah, so I need to do that. Oh, and I need to put flashlights for Friday, because I'm so sad I'm gonna miss it. But for Read Across America, we do like reading with a flashlight in the dark. So we have flashlights that our PTO bought for every class. I'm gonna put them in here for now, so I'm gonna miss that. So yeah, I can't really do much because we don't have paper, and I think we don't get it delivered until tomorrow afternoon. So I think I'm gonna have to go buy a ream of paper so I can just have everything ready, since I do leave early tomorrow. That's what it was. Today was absolutely crazy. As you can imagine, I'm trying to set all of this up, and then not having paper, also not having lamination, and then the Wi-Fi was in and out because they're trying to like widen our broadband, so that was very, very spotty, which sucked because I was trying to do my benchmarks and you have to use the internet for that, so it wasn't letting me. Then we were trying to be smart and be like, oh, we'll just make a copy of the paper test, and then we'll have the students input the answers afterwards. Well, we couldn't do that because we didn't have paper. So oh, and then my projector, yeah, it kept turning off, so we couldn't see our slides that we usually do for math and CKLA and all of that. So it was a rough day. But anyway, I need to get going. I'm gonna take these home so I can make those folders. Also, we have a book fair going on right now, and I had a student buy me a book, which is super nice. Pig the Tourist. I love this series. And then I also bought this one myself. I love Elephant and Piggy books, so anything that's similar to it I love, and the story is super cute, so I'm excited to read it tomorrow. Good morning. It is Wednesday morning. It's currently 6 a.m. and I just finished writing my sub plans. You can probably hear it in my voice, but I'm still a little sick and it kind of sucks. I don't feel sick, I just sound sick, and the cough is pretty sucky as well. So yesterday I did what I could in my classroom, as you saw, and then after that I came home, got some things ready, and then I had to go get my nails done, and then after that I went to go buy paper because I'm pretty sure there won't be any when I go in today to print the rest of the things that I need to print. And then Alex and I packed. That took a really long time, and after I packed I started writing my sub plans. Luckily I had my sub plans from when I left to Spain last semester, and it's literally the same amount of time that I'm gonna be gone this time around, and it's also the same days that I'll be gone, so like Thursday through Wednesday, and that was super helpful. I just had to switch some things out, and then that was it. After that I just created, let me show you, just created presentations for each day. So I'm gonna go ahead and have those ready to go on my desktop computer at work. All right, so that is pretty much it. I'm gonna go ahead and wait until it's uploading to my Google Drive. I saved it as a PDF as well as a PowerPoint, just in case I need to make any changes. But I just went through it twice, and I'm sure it's fine. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go downstairs, eat some breakfast, and get head to work. I'm literally like an hour early. I just wanna make sure that everything's fine. So, talk to you guys later. Left my classroom, left everything, I hope, and I'll update you guys when I come back to see if my sub plans were good enough. So yeah. Okay, so things have been so crazy since I last talked to you guys, so I'm gonna set you down and talk it out, I guess. Okay, so the last few clips you saw was me getting ready for a substitute, which did happen. I was gone for a week, and then I got back, and then you saw me kind of going over my sub notes. Then I didn't vlog because things got crazy with everything going on, like everybody panicking about the situation. I don't want to say this because I've heard that videos that talk about this get demonetized, so I don't want that. Yesterday was my first day back, and a lot of things happened with that topic, and a lot of things are still happening, so I haven't been able to vlog. So next week we have off, and then we'll see what happens after. My sub plans seem to go well. I did miss my students a lot, and they seem to miss me, so I'm happy to be back for sure. So basically I wanted to come on here and just end the vlog. So that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, please give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.